channel. Today I am giving you guys my full review and my first impressions of the new brand from Lady Gaga. It's called Haus Laboratories. Now you guys are probably seeing that my background is a little bit different. You guys follow me on social media, you will know that I have been working all weekend long trying to reorganize my beauty room. I'm completely redoing it. I kind of got tired of the same backdrop and not really being able to be festive with it, and so I moved everything around and I am behind my wall now. I hung some stuff up. I'm super excited about it, and I have more room. So I basically combined like 2 tables. Before I was like claustrophobic with all this makeup around me and I was just in this little bubble. I'm not completely done organizing yet. Many of you guys have been asking for me to create a video of kind of like behind the scenes, maybe a beauty room tour with like going through all my collections. Now don't get me wrong, my beauty room tour is not going to be like everybody, all the other YouTubers that have like these super fancy like, you know, beauty rooms, okay? Mine is just a bunch of things that I just kind of pulled together, bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon, and here we are. So be on the lookout for that video, possibly by the end of the week or early next week. But today we're going to be talking about this new brand from Lady Gaga. And if you guys don't know, I am a super fan of Lady Gaga. Like, out of all of the artists and stuff in music, I'm not into music much anymore. As I've gotten older, I'm just not really into it. But Lady Gaga is definitely one of those people that I absolutely love. If you went through my car right now, I think I have like a 5-disc CD player. I don't really listen to music that much, but if you went through my car, I think 3 out of those 5 CDs that are in my CD changer are from her. Now I know that's old school, but I don't have any music on my phone, so I'm not gonna just plug my phone in and have all this music on in my car. Like my kids have all of their music on their phone. I don't have that, so I still have old school CDs. Okay. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're gonna get into the makeup. So this arrived. I got 2 kits. These are the kits. This is like the little plastic bag that you get. They do kind of have a strong plastic scent, but come on, they're plastic. I did get 2 bundles. Each bundle retails for $49 each. So she partnered with Amazon to sell all of her products, which was kind of genius on her part, because to try to get your brand at Sephora and Nordstrom's and all of those places is very, very difficult. And you have to have a lot of sales and you have to meet those expectations or you're out. So I was really impressed with her just kind of going completely out of the box and selling on Amazon. Now you can totally get the Prime shipping on all of the products from her brand. On her website, she is partnered with Afterpay. So Afterpay is just one of those programs where you can split up all, you know, you can split your purchase up into, you know, 3 or 4 different payments depending on how much you purchase, and you're paying payments towards it interest-free without having to come up with the full sum. So let's start with the liquid eyeshadows. These retail for $20 each and they come in 6 different shades. Now these are called her Glam Attacks, which equals liquid eyeshadows. Okay, that's what she calls them. They're actually made in Germany. All of her products are cruelty-free, vegan, and paraben-free, by the way. So the liquid eyeshadows are weightless, smudge-proof, liquid to powder formula, is easily layered and blended so your eyes always have the spotlight. Building up creaseless pigment intensity is simple, so you can dial it up or dial it down. Now there's 3 different ways that you can use these liquid eyeshadows. You can use them as an all-over pigment, so you shake it well and apply to the areas of the face that you want to amp up for the eyes, cheeks, lips, wherever you want to apply. Use it as an eyeshadow, shake well and apply the doe foot applicator directly onto the eye area. Control the level of intensity by adding more layers or to shear it out with your finger or your eyeshadow brush. And finally, you can use it as an amplifier. You shake it well and layer it on top of an existing product to transform the finish. Now, I tried it all different ways, okay? I have the shade Chained Ballerina. This one I struggled with, and I'm gonna show you guys my trial and error because I feel like that is the best way to kind of let you guys know what you're getting into when you purchase these, in case you were wanting to do something with them and I was struggling to do that with. You know what I mean? Like, if there was a certain way that you wanted to apply this product, For example, when I used it completely to try to blend it into my crease, and it didn't go over very well, which I'm gonna get into all of that during the tutorial. But there are different ways that you can apply this. Personally, now that I have really played with it, I mean, I've wiped it off and put it back on and wiped it off and put it back on. Personally, I like taking a brush and grabbing the product off of the doe foot and then placing it over top of an existing eyeshadow to amplify it. That's with the black shade. So the black was definitely a struggle for me. I'm just gonna be honest. It was definitely a struggle, but now that I kind of understand the formula, how quickly it dries, how it blends, that's kind of my preferred way of playing with this. But again, I'm not an experienced makeup artist, and for those of you out there who are makeup artists or you're super experienced with using liquid eyeshadows, you might have a better experience than I did. But now the pink one, which I have this one in the shade Aphrodite, I think is what it is. Yeah, Aphrodite. This one I was able to, you know, blend it right out with no problem. I still kind of prefer, grabbing it with a brush from the applicator and applying it. I just felt like I had a little bit more control with a brush than I do the applicator, but that's just preference. But this one, I was able to blend it out and blend it into my crease without having any issues. She also has an eyeliner, which I kind of regret not buying the eyeliner. I think I will buy the eyeliner and maybe keep you guys updated on how I feel about the eyeliner. The eyeliner retails for $20. Let's talk about the lips. So the lip glosses, there are 6 shades. She calls them Laureates, and they are $18 each. They are actually made in the United States. So the Laureate lip gloss offers a spectrum of finishes, including shine, shimmer, pearl, and pure pigment, so you can design a look that's all on your own. So that's the information about the lip glosses. Then she has lip liners, and these are called RIP, like I'm assuming it's rest in peace, but these come in 6 different shades and they retail for $16. They are supposed to be long wearing, waterproof, no feathering, skipping, tugging, flaking, weightless, smudge proof, flake proof, vegan free, cruelty free, and vegan. So again, they come in 6 different shades. Now the lip liners are made in the Czech Republic. Now you can buy these in a bundle set. So you get the lip gloss, the liquid eyeshadow, and the lip liner in this bag for $49. They are pre-bundled, so you can't pick and choose which shades you want to go into the bundle. If you bought all 3 of these separately, they would be $54. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Like I said, I had a lot of trial and errors when it came to playing with these liquid eyeshadows, but I'm gonna go through the footage and kind of condense it down. There was a lot of footage, probably 2 hours worth of footage that I gotta condense, but I want you guys to see my struggle, and you know, because there's some weaknesses with this product and there's some strengths. And depending on what you're wanting to buy this product for, I want to give you my experience as, you know, it was, and not deleting, you know, the footage where it didn't work. You know what I mean? We're going to go ahead and jump into the application, and then I'm going to show you guys swatches of the products underneath, you know, flash and all of that, so you can actually see what they look like. And then I will give you guys my final thoughts at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's jump right into the application. Okay, so let's get playing with this new product from Haus Laboratories. I'm so excited because I'm such a Lady Gaga fan. Okay, so the first kit I got was the House of Chained Ballerina. It comes with a gloss, a lip liner, and the eye shimmer. So, oh, that's kind of a longer doe foot. And then the pencil has this little diamond cube at the top, which is kind of cool. And it's just a normal pencil, you know, sharpened pencil. And the doe foot on this is smaller, but still on an angle, which I always like an angle like this because I feel like an angle is a little bit easier to apply on the eye. So here is the liquid shimmer powder in the shade Glam Attack. And then this is the gloss in the shade Corset. And the lip liner in the shade El Pointe and Pointe. This is really drying down. Like, it dried down and it's got a nice shimmer to it. But see, when I rub my finger across it when it's dry, it still kind of gives me the ability to blend it, which is kind of what I was curious about. So the next set I have is the House of Goddess set. Now I want to point out the liquid eyeshadow is shorter than the gloss. So for those of you that were curious, because the packaging is exactly the same. Okay, so that's what this set looks like. The liquid shimmer is in the shade Aphrodite. The lip gloss is in the shade Venus, and the lip liner is in the shade Myth. So that's what they look like, and they're so beautiful. I'm really happy with the shades that I chose. I feel like these shades are definitely more my speed. They did have a really beautiful green that I might buy. Like if I decide that I really like this, I might buy the green. And later on in the video, I'm gonna have better swatches, you know, of an image under the flash and without the flash, so you guys can really see what these look like. So let's get started. I'm kind of excited. I really am. I want to have something already in my crease so that I can just kind of blend these into the crease. I'm not going to put anything on the lid, only because I plan to use these on the lid. Now I'm testing out a new concealer today, and so I did run a little bit of concealer on my eyelid. I'm going to grab my KKW Beauty Classic Blossom palette, like maybe this and this, like maybe these two. I might put this down first and then pop a little bit of this, but I might put some of this up here on my brow bone. Okay, so I'm gonna first go into this shade first. Now I'm just gonna take a crease brush and I'm gonna go like dip maybe into this one first and then into this one and just kind of go back and forth. I'm going to be using the Worker Pro from Sonia G just to kind of blend this into the crease. So I'm going to go ahead and put some here. Oh, that is pretty. It's kind of light and shimmery. Now I just put on a light layer. So to really put these to the test, I want to see if I'm able to go into it twice, you know, like I want to know if, I mean, of course, anything like this, you don't want to go in too thick because you will run the risk of it creasing really bad and kind of cracking throughout the day. So just be mindful of that. It's really pretty when the light hits it. It's not as shimmery when the light doesn't hit it. Now the moment of truth, let's go in with the black. And the black, I want to do it a little bit more precise. So I'm going to take this and kind of start like doing this like stippling motion. And I'm going to take that same brush and kind of blend that out. Okay. Yeah, so it says that you can blend these, but once you put it on, it doesn't really want to blend. Like you might need a stiffer brush to get it to kind of buff into the crease. I'm going to take my makeup wipe and I'm going to wipe this off right here. And I'm not going to delete this part because, you know, if you guys have these at home, you might be struggling the way I am for a minute, just trying to understand the way that these apply. So I'm going to go back over with that light pink that I used in the KKW Beauty palette. And then I'm going to grab that brown and a little bit of that pink and kind of buff it into the crease again. It does say that you can blend these out, but I just don't know how much you can, you know, on the black. Now, the pink one, I didn't have any issues with that one. But this one, I definitely had issues trying to get it to blend. And when you blend it, it kind of gets a little bit patchy. And I could totally be using it wrong. I mean, I'm not a professional, so I'm just kind of playing around with it. But it does shear it out, and that's fine. Yeah, the black's not as easy to use as I was hoping it was going to be. It's just not. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's having a hard time blending over top of eyeshadow. So I added a little bit of the pink like right up here, but I didn't put any right here because I want to see if I can blend this into the eye. I'm going to put a little bit of it down again. Here we go. And I'm going to just kind of blend that out without adding any. Oh shit, now I'm making a mess, you guys, seriously. Oh no, I'm making a mess. I put too much on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna figure this out. It's just gonna take me a minute. Okay, so it's blending, I would say, better without going over top of eyeshadow, but the problem is that if you go in and try, my dog is snoring, by the way, I'm sorry. She's living her best life, but wanting to blend this, you need to blend it quickly because the problem is it wants to dry, and if it dries, you can't really blend it. So that's not gonna work. But now I understand how this is working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe it completely off this time. Okay, so I went ahead and reapplied a little bit of my concealer, not much, but a little bit. Now I'm going to go back in with that, and I'm not going to put any shadow down. I'm going to have my brushes ready to go because this is not a product that you want to mess around with. So I'm going to just first start like right here and start blending it. See how it gets patchy and skips? Ah, oh, shit. How come everybody is having such great luck with this and I am just not? Like, this is not working good for me at all. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try... I don't really like this spot right here. I'm going to try doing this. Putting it on the brush. Okay, so right away, I like applying it on the brush and then applying it on the eye. I feel like I just get a better application. Okay, so I've kind of played around with this eye. I don't really like that shade blended out into my crease, only because I probably just don't really know what I'm doing and I'm just not able to do it. I feel like this is a type of product that's best used as a glitter topper as far as the black glow goes. Like, unless you're really, really skilled with stuff like this, or if you just keep practicing with it, you could probably do a really good job blowing this out. But for me personally, because I'm not a makeup artist and I'm not, like, these are just not products that I use on a daily basis, this might be a better black to really make the outer corner pop. So let's just say that you have done like a really pretty smoky eye, but you need that extra oomph on the outer corner to really give you the depth of the outer corner with a black. Then I would go in with something like this because it does obviously have a little bit of shimmer to really bring that, you know, wow pop factor. But as far as like using it as an eyeshadow to blend it out, very difficult for the black. So I've switched over to my NARS Skin Deep palette, and I think the reason why I wanted to do this one is because I do still want to use that pink, and I love pinks with like grays and blacks, and this has some nice, like I'm going to use this shade and probably dip into this shade and then use this black and kind of create that gray kind of smoky eye. So I'm going to first grab this big shade over here. Now I'm going to move on to this shade right here. Go below that shade, like right here in the crease, and here on this outer corner, but not bringing it up too high, just so that I can maintain the depth. Same thing on the lower lash line, keeping it kind of close to the lash line, and I'm just basically placing that right over the lashes. I'm gonna dip in the black right here in the palette. I'm gonna keep this right here on this outer corner and just kind of start buffing that in. Now I'm going to go into the pink. I'm going to get my brush handy to blend this in. It's just really not that shimmery. Like, I was expecting it to be like just an explosion of shimmer, and I'm just not getting that with this. Like, I don't know. Then I'm going to go into the black. I'm not going to use the applicator because I just don't feel like I have the same control with it. So I'm going to start right here at the base. And I'm gonna blend that out a little bit. Okay, so that worked so much better. So then I went back in, my battery died, but I went in and grabbed a little bit of the black shadow, and I popped it right here on the crease where I wanted the liquid black to blend into my crease without putting it in the crease. And that's pretty. I actually really like that. I think that is really pretty. I'm going to take a little bit on a stubby brush, a little bit of the black. Yes, that is so pretty. Blending it into the crease over top of an eyeshadow is rough. You guys saw that when I first did it. But if you already have your look down, and you're not using this as your color. I think that's where I was having problems, is I was trying to use that as my color to blend into the crease. It just did not work for me, but using it over top of something, so much easier, so much prettier, and it just kind of amplifies. I like that a lot, and I really like it on the lower lash line with all that shimmer. It's so pretty. Okay, let's try on the lippies. Let's go with Myth and Venus first and see what those two look like together. Okay, so the lip liner is good. It kind of reminds me of a MAC pencil. All right, so let's go in with the gloss. The gloss is thicker. I like this gloss. It's a really thick gloss. It has a hint of like a mint, but it's very glossy. I like that a lot. I like her glosses. So far, they feel really rich, and with the lip liner, it kind of brings the color together. I'm just curious how long it will last, and I will definitely let you guys know, probably at the bottom of the screen right now, how long I was able to wear these lip glosses and kind of how long they last. Now, I know that glosses just fade over time. That's just the part of having a gloss. Let's go in with the end point and line the lips. This one is so light that you really can't see it. Then let's go in with the shade Corset. Okay, that's definitely a nude lip. This lip combination came with the black. I I like this, but I don't know that I would wear this lip liner with this one, only because it's so nude. Now, if you're lighter skinned than I am, this is obviously going to show up more on your lips than it will mine. I think this would be beautiful on like a porcelain, fair, or a light medium skin tone. Okay, so this is the final look, and I think the eye look actually turned out better doing it the way I did it versus the other way, but I definitely wanted to keep that footage in there. But I do think the eye look turned out good. Let's go ahead and head into the still shots of the swatches of these, and then I will get into my final thoughts. So now that we got through the swatches, let me give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, let's put my love for Lady Gaga aside. I love her. I love her as an artist. I love her as a human. All of that aside, I'm going to keep it about the makeup. I want to stress that because, you know, I know that a few people were kind of upset that I reviewed the Kat Von D foundation and actually enjoyed it. But I'm not endorsing her. I'm not endorsing the brand. I'm just reviewing the product. I try to keep it about the makeup and not particularly the people behind the makeup because, you know, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own what brands we want to support and why. And for me, I always want to just keep it even playing field, keep it about the makeup, and let all of you guys as the consumer decide what brand you want to support and, you know, what brand you want to put your money into, because that at the end of the day is what matters. I'm only strictly here to give you guys my opinions, my thoughts on how the product perform, if the product is revolutionary, if the product is anything different than what we've seen previously, all of that. My personal opinion about this makeup is I love the packaging. I know that there's been some things said about the packaging, but I actually think the packaging is pretty cool on this. I like the sleek black, and then you can see through at the bottom. Now the lip liners, let me just get the lip liners out of the way. I actually like the lip liners. Do I feel like they're worth $18? I mean, maybe. I would say that they're similar to the MAC. You know, you do have to sharpen them, but they're very soft and they apply very beautifully. I like them. I think it's a decent lip liner. The glosses, I just think they're like every other gloss out there. I don't really think there's anything like overly special about them. I do think they're pretty when you pair them with the lip liner. You know, it just depends. I think if you were going to buy this to support her, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. If your purchase doesn't have anything to do with Lady Gaga, then you probably really don't need these. You know what I mean? Unless there's a shade that you just really, really love and you don't have anything like it in your collection, then I could see kind of taking the plunge and buying something like this. But I don't feel like these are any different than anything else. When I saw her like release, it was kind of like the promo of her brand. It made it sound like it was just going to be such revolutionary products. I don't know that I would have launched this product in particular, the first launch. Like, I think I would have done this as like an add-on to something revolutionary. The liquid eyeliner, I am going to order that on Amazon, and I will definitely start using it and let you guys know how I feel about it. But as far as the liquid eyeshadows, I'm just not like in love with this formula. I feel like there's a lot of liquid eyeshadows out on the market that probably do what these do. I don't really feel like these are overly shimmery, and you know, yes, the lights are reflecting off of my eyelid, but I don't really feel like I got any more shimmer from this than I do my Hourglass Scattered Lights, which I absolutely love. I feel like I get a little bit more shimmer from the Hourglass Scattered Lights. You're going to get a lot more shimmer from the Stila Glitter and Glow. I would say the difference between the formula from the Stilas compared to this, the Stila kind of is a wet filling. If you guys have ever used it, you can actually feel it dry on your eye. I wouldn't say that's like this. This is definitely a liquid to powder type of formula. But the problem is it dries almost a little bit too fast. So you really just don't have time to work it in. I don't recommend trying to blend the black into the crease. You guys saw. Now again, I'm not a makeup artist, and you know, I am not as skilled as some of you guys out there or some of the other, you know, YouTubers who have reviewed these products that have created just beautiful eyeshadow looks. I'm just an everyday user, and I don't use a lot of liquid eyeshadows as far as that goes. So I'm not really skilled in that category, and so it was very, very difficult for me to really try to blend the black into the eye, into the crease, and try to make it blend and try to make it look blended and buffed in and kind of seamless is what I was wanting. But this is a little bit harder to do that with because it dries, and I do like the fact that you can shear it out, but I don't know that I just love this formula. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's so many other great products out on the market. Just don't, I think the formula is a decent formula, but I don't think it's anything different than what we already have. You know what I mean? So those are my thoughts. I don't know. I was kind of all over the place. If you're somebody that wants to support this brand because you love Lady Gaga like I do, I totally understand that. I don't think you'll be disappointed in this, but I don't want you thinking that this is a must-have and it's completely revolutionary and everybody needs it. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't feel like this is something that I could tell you guys, oh my gosh, you guys need this. This is amazing. Like, I don't feel that way. I feel like this is just like a normal, just another liquid eyeshadow, and that's just my opinion. If you guys have bought these, let us know in the comments how you're feeling, because again, all of us reviewing these are all subjective. We all apply things differently. We all want something different. So just because they weren't like over the top amazing for me doesn't mean that they were over the top amazing for some of you out there. So sound off down below and let us know how you guys are liking these if you bought them, and if you struggled with the black like I did, or maybe you have a better technique and you know how to use the black better than I did, because oh my gosh, did I struggle. So anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you guys have a wonderful day filled with love and joy. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video, and I love you all so much. Bye.